We'll call the Chaska E.D.A meeting to order at 10 o'clock, it looks like. What does it say? 10 o'clock. I guess I can just call roll rather than having you, Nate. Or Nate, you call roll. I'm tired of calling roll.
All right. Commissioner Hatfield?
Here.
Commissioner Hubbard?
Here.
Commissioner Wong? Here. Commissioner Gra? Here. And President Winchell.
Here. Next item is adopting the agenda, corrections or additions. If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Hubbard moves to adopt the agenda.
So I have a motion by Commissioner Hubbard, second by,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Commissioner Gra?
second by Commissioner Gra to adopt the agenda. Discussion? Hearing none. All right, so we'll start with Commissioner Hubbard,
Yes.
Commissioner Wong,
Aye.
Commissioner Gra,
Yes.
Commissioner Hatfield,
Yes.
President Mayor Winchell, yes. All right. Moves us to approve previous meeting minutes. Again, if there are no corrections or additions, I would entertain a motion to approve. Motion.
Commissioner Hubbard makes a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes.
So I have a motion by Commissioner Hubbard,
Second by Wong.
second by Commissioner Wong. Discussion. I have one thing. I wish that the minutes could as you read the minutes, it just looks like we just approved it with little or no conversation. It just, although we went into a great lengthy discussion at the council meeting, and basically it's just the EDA part, just that if it would just reflect the fact that,
We had the
This is-
discussion in the council meeting?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
When I read the minutes, it's just like, wow, they just slam dunked the TIF district and didn't even have a conversation, not a question. So, and, I mean, I know that, and everybody here knows that, but somebody that would come back and read them at a future date would just go, wow. So if we could just do that in the future.
Yep.
I would appreciate that. So, all right, anyone else have a question? All right, we got the motion and second, and here we go, drum roll. Commissioner Wong,
Aye.
Commissioner Gra,
Yes.
Commissioner Hatfield,
Yes.
Commissioner Hubbard,
Yeah.
President Winchell, yes. Motion carries. Moves us to item 5, adopt resolution EDA 2020-4 TIF 19 Chaska Heights assignment of TIF note.
I'll turn this one over to Nate.
President Winchell and commissioners, this is an item that's fairly administrative in nature. Back in 2015, we entered into a development agreement for the Chaska Heights Senior Living Complex, which is located at 3120 Chestnut Street it's Highway 41. So right across from the Goodman Group building near Kohl's, just to kind of give you a sense of where that's at. In addition to providing affordable senior housing, the project also generates excess TIF, so we're benefiting in a couple of ways. The TIF district was established for the affordable housing and to support that, but the way that we generated or created that district, it also generates excess TIF that we've got going into our housing trust fund for future use as well. So there's multiple benefits there from that project. Recently, the owner of the project has been working to restructure debt that they have on the facility, taking advantage of some of the interest rates that have decreased recently. And in order to do that, they've got to just kind of restructure the ownership for the property. The people behind the ownership isn't really changing. It's just more of something that they're needing to go through for HUD and the financing that they're lining up. So in order to do that, they need to transfer the TIF agreement and the TIF note to the new ownership. That's something that is allowed for in the development agreement that we have. It's just that in there, it spells out that the EDA does need to approve of that, although states that we should not unreasonably withhold, condition or delay that approval. So that's what we're bringing forward tonight. There's a number of attachments to the request for action that you all had the opportunity to review, but essentially those documents and approving those all is what's needed by the developer to adequately transfer over the development agreement that exists with them today. So the recommendation from staff would be that the EDA approve the resolution in front of you, which is what then allows the president and the executive director to execute the agreements. If there's any questions, I can entertain that.
Questions for Nate?
I have one quick question. This is just more of a general question about TIF. Now, in this particular case, where these go towards the housing fund, is where the TIF revenue goes to.
The excess.
The excess goes to. But one of the things I recall is that normally, like taxes, so like TIF actually takes all of the taxes and basically funnels those for different uses for development of areas that are needed to be redeveloped for whatever reason.
It only takes new taxes, not all taxes.
New taxes, right?
Yeah.
So the question is that as part of those taxes, there's like tax from the county, there's taxes from the school district, and taxes from the city. And I remember that there was a mention that taxes from the school district, we make whole later on by making payments to the school district to make sure they still get that part, or we don't do that anymore.
No, that was years ago, and actually back in 2004 that changed because it used to be that the majority of the funding for school districts came at the local level. Now the majority of the funding actually comes on a per pupil basis through the state. And so that was one of the issues that we had back in 2004 with our TIF districts is we ended up losing about 40 to 50% of the value of our tax increment districts because the school districts portion went away. And so it used to be when we used to have those dollars coming in that we used to make a payment to the school district to make them whole. But it's been probably 16 years since we've done that.
Okay, so we don't do that any longer. Okay.
Yeah, because there's a much smaller component that's local now for the school property taxes compared to the state funding that they get.
Right, and that's part of the financial deficit they're trying to make up with the referendum and all that stuff, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool, thanks.
Yep.
And we're good with this as a city, we're comfortable with what's happening.
Yeah, it's basically the same people. It's just they're having to structure a different entity to be able to go through this refinancing.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I was wondering. I wasn't quite sure if it was new one, it wasn't real clear on that, so, okay.
To date, they've met all the requirements that are in the development agreement for them to meet as far as affordability goes and all that. We have never had an issue with that.
Because they're a pretty good company, isn't that Trident?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we've enjoyed working with them.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they have some interest in some other projects here in
Yep.
town anyways.
Yep.
Okay, all right. All right, anyone else questions? If not, I would entertain a motion to adopt resolution 2020-4. Motion?
So moved by Commissioner Hatfield.
I can see you guys now. I think he gave me a different screen, so now I can tell who's talking. So motion by Commissioner
And who's
Hadfield,
paying attention?
second by
Commissioner Gra.
Second by Commissioner Gra. Discussion. Hearing none. Commissioner Wong,
Aye.
Commissioner Gra,
Yes.
Commissioner Hatfield,
Yes.
Commissioner Hubbard,
Yes.
President Winchell, yes, motion carries. All right, moves us into other business, anyone? Just an FYI, because Matt didn't tell me either, the Norwood Inn has been sold
Yeah, I saw that.
to a new owner. And Matt, rather than me butcher, why don't you just tell them what they're thinking?
Yeah, they're I'll let Nate talk about
Oh,
because
okay.
he's been the one working directly with him.
Yep.
Your
so,
show tonight, Nate.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's your show tonight.
Well, it's the EDA, so I'm gonna take it on. The hotel, yeah, they've been purchased, and this was, I don't know, maybe about a month ago or so. The group that purchased it does own another hotel in, shoot, now I'm gonna forget. Do you remember?
Otsego.
Otsego.
And that one they run as a extended stay style hotel. This one they are intending to do at least a block of the rooms as an extended stay style, which actually kind of lends itself pretty well to the style of some of the rooms that are in there that do have kitchenettes available and things like that. So they do lend themselves well for a extended stay type experience. They've talked about keeping a portion of them, at least during warmer months, available for nightly, recognizing that we do generate a lot of traffic at our event center, and there's other, like Bavaria Downs and other places where there's weddings and things that people want to come to town and have a place to stay for an evening. So what last I've talked to them, they were anticipating some sort of a kind of hybrid model, right? We've got an extended stay availability, but then also a nightly availability as well.
I think they're calling it City Square or Town Square.
Town Square Place.
Yeah, I saw that on our packet.
Yep.
Yep.
Town Square
They've
West.
been getting marketing material out. For whatever reason, I happen to see on my Facebook feed once in a while a commercial that they've put out that they're doing some advertising. So I don't know if you've seen that at all. They've done some work already to try and clean up the accesses and things, and clean up the management style and approach to the hotel. So I have heard from our PD that they've already noticed a difference with some of the things that they've taken. Management they've been very proactive in having conversations with us at the city, so we appreciate that. Hope that continues. And I know that they, prior to purchasing it, did a pretty extensive review of the improvements that are needed, internal and external, on the site to kind of bring it, back up to, I guess, better expectations there. So I don't know how far they've gotten already into implementing those improvements, but I do know they were budgeting to do that and intending to do that. So that'll come in time. So I don't know if there's any other questions about them. But.
So it is open and operating, or is it? So it is, okay.
Yep, yeah, it's open and operating. People can stay there now. I don't think they've had a chance to change up the signs yet or any of that, but I think we can anticipate that happening in the near future. And then we should be seeing, those updates being made internally and externally as well.
I think we need to do I think we can help them some way in getting out that it's under new management and stuff like that, because the last reputation wasn't very nice. So.
Yeah, we've had some conversations about that and talked to them about what we'd like to see there. So, hopefully they're up to the task. So far, I don't have any reason to believe that.
I'm excited. I think that's a great move for us to be able to get that back as a hotel.
Yeah, we talked to the city of Otsego prior to them coming in, and it sounded like they sort of had a similar situation there where they had sort of a distressed hotel property, and these guys came in and said that they've done a nice job with it.
Yep.
Well, that's good. That's good. I hope we reach out and stay connected with them the best we can and help them where we can, so.
Yeah, the transfer of their hotel license was actually on the council agenda and consent tonight, so, yeah, we've been working with them.
All right, anyone else? If not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved by Wong.
Motion by Commissioner Wong,
Second.
second by Commissioner Hatfield. Hubbard. All right.
One meeting this year, he'll get it right.
Yeah. I'm looking right at her. Stop it. All right, roll call. Commissioner Gra,
Yes.
Commissioner Hatfield,
Yes.
Commissioner Hubbard,
Yes.
Commissioner Wong,
Aye.
President Winchell, yes. We are adjourned. Have a great night. Thanks, everyone.
Right.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Sleep tight.